Hello. I'm doing something different, so I don't know what this is looking like to you guys. I am streaming um vertically. That's different. And I'm doing it from my phone. So I don't know what it looks like to you guys right now. Hopefully it's okay. I did it kind of at the last minute decision. Just trying to reach more people. And I guess I'm gonna jump right in. And if people come in, they that's great. And if they don't, then hopefully they can catch the replay. I just wanted to come today to, well, first of all, if you are new here, my name is Demetra, and I am on a alternate day fasting weight loss journey. And I have been doing alternate day fasting since, on and off, since April of this year, and just got more serious about it last month or so, kind of a reset. And I just wanted to come and talk to you guys about I got a few talking points. I always come in prepared in case I don't have any viewers about what I want to talk about. And so anyway, here we go. We're going to jump right in. Today is Friday. I fast on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And to get through a fast. That's what one of the things that I wanted to talk to you guys about today. I don't know how many of you that come across this video are doing alternate day fasting or intermittent fasting of some type. But I've done, over the years on and off, I've done intermittent fasting and gradually worked my way up to alternate day fasting. Let's see. I want to make sure that I can see. Okay. I got, in case there are any comments that come through while I'm live, I do have it open on my computer. I'm not quite sure what I'm doing on this phone, y'all. I'm a newbie, literally. Anyway, to get through a fast day, that's where I wanted to start, because I'm fasting today, and I've been very successful with my alternate day fasting for today. I am, gosh, how many hours? I haven't eaten anything since like 8 o'clock, I think, last night. I did end up snacking last night, or it would have been even longer. I am currently in my bedroom because so I don't know what time it is in you guys' area. And if there's anybody in here that wants to say hello, I can see the chat over there. But I just want to welcome everybody to my live. Hello, everybody. Hello, everyone. I'm alternate day faster. I just started a few months ago with the GLP-1 as well. So that is a part of my regimen. Am taking the compound tirzepatide as well as alternate day fasting. But I eventually, I don't plan on being on the tirzepatide forever. I want to eventually wean myself off of that. But right now, I started out just doing fasting in April without the tirzepatide, without the GLP-1. And I started out I hit the ground running, man. I hit the ground running, and I was doing so great. And then what happened? Life. Life happened, and so I started in April, and then my 20-year-old son, his birthday was in May, and he's passed away. He passed away in November of 2014. So his 10-year anniversary is coming up this month. So I think, I started getting in the habit right after that time this year of binging again, and really have not addressed my mental health, which is something else I wanted to discuss today. The importance of self-awareness, the importance of mental health with your weight loss journey. Whether you do alternate day fasting, some other form of intermittent fasting, or Weight Watchers, calorie counting, whatever you do, if you don't address your mental health, then there's more opportunity for you to fall off the wagon per se. And that is what happened to me. So in order to um, pull myself back and get myself back on track, I've started seeing my therapist. First of all, that's an important part of it. And then also back on the alternate day fasting, as well as the GLP-1. And I know there's some controversy with people doing the GLP-1, or sometimes people look at that as if it's the easy way out, but I'm kind of used to that kind of judgment, because I have also had weight loss surgery in the past. So I know people sometimes look at that as the easy way out, but I feel like desperate times call for desperate measures. I was 372 pounds. That was my highest weight, and that is where I was when I had weight loss surgery in 2007. And it took me 2 years, and I lost 168 pounds in that 2 years. Got pregnant in 2009. I hit my lowest as an adult of 204. And then in 2010, got pregnant, gained 90 pounds with that. And it's just kind of been up and down with my weight ever since then. Like I lost 70 again. So I lost 70 after that with Weight Watchers. And then my son passed in 2014. And I just started gaining weight a little bit at a time. And then kind of hit rock bottom in 2021, I believe it was. My uncle passed away, and it was like the straw that broke the camel's back for me, because it was like all the trauma that I have had compounded on top of each other, and I just never addressed any of it. Suppression and suppressed and suppressed until I literally broke. So that happened last year, and I had a mental, emotional breakdown in 2021 and going into 2022. And then I just stopped taking care of myself. I made some really bad decisions. I moved 3 times in 1 year. I made a job change that I regretted. And it was a pretty major job change. I made a move after being at the same place for 12 years, I think, at that time. And I just had a lot of regrets. So needless to say, I decided that I did not want to continue to live like that. And 2024 was going to be my year. So I made another job change and finally just took a risk and ended up with a job that I love, and just trying to build from there and put my life back together. So I guess I said all that to say the importance of your mental health with your weight loss journey, because there's just such a huge connection between our mental health and our eating habits, our mental and emotional health. And whether you binge or an emotional eater. Like I'm an emotional eater, but I eat on every emotion. So it's not just because I'm sad or anything like that. I could be happy and celebrating and having the wine and turning up and all those good things. Or I could be depressed and emotional, and I will eat like there's no end. So when I discovered alternate day fasting, I really started feeling like this was the answer, and it could really heal my relationship with food. But because I wasn't addressing my mental health, as soon as some things came upon me that tested, when I wasn't in a good place mentally, basically, those old habits started coming back. So I never really did learn how to heal my relationship with food. So every time I lost weight, whether it was from weight loss surgery, Weight Watchers, alternate day fasting, because I wasn't addressing my mental emotional health, I it wasn't long term. It was short lived. So right now, I'm also addressing my mental and emotional health, as well as alternate day fasting, and for now, the GLP-1 as well. I will do that as long as I feel like it is necessary. But my main focus is fasting, because that is something that is going to be a lifestyle for me, and that I'm going to um, build better habits. And so getting through fasting, I'm in my bedroom right now live streaming because I don't want to be around 7 o'clock, which is what time it is in my Eastern Standard Time zone. That's when the cravings kick in, and I start snacking. Even if I've had dinner, this happens on feasting days as well. I've had dinner, and then I have some go-to snacks like popcorn. Excuse me, guys. Like popcorn, um, chips and dip, all the junk that I really need to get out of my house. But if I'm being honest and transparent here, it's still in there. But I remove myself from that space because my living room and kitchen is it's an open floor plan. So if I'm just sitting in the living room, the kitchen is right there. And I have my husband that lives here, and also our 13-year-old son. So they may be also snacking or something like that. So I just remove myself from that space. And if I start to feel like I'm going to cave, I'll just try to go to sleep or do something. So a few things I want to share with you guys is how I get through a fasting day is I try to stay busy. I work, my fasting days are Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. I work those days until 5:45. And so I will sip on some coffee throughout the day. And right now I have not um, gotten to where I can stomach black coffee. I was there temporarily and I was doing it, but I was like, this is not even worth it. Like, I would rather not have any coffee at all than have to drink black coffee, is how I felt at that time. So I will have a coffee with cream in it in the morning, even on my fasting day. I do that. I don't know if I'll always do that, but for now, that's what I do. And I'm still losing weight. If I felt like it was a hindrance to me, then I would reassess everything. But so I work until 5:45. Well, there's only a few hours left because I do turn in early to bed. And so I will usually get off at 5:45. I know I'm fasting, so I'll stay. My office, I work from home, first of all. I work from home, and so my office is upstairs from the rest of the house. It's in a what they call a mother-in-law's room. That's a room above the garage. So I'll stay up there and do some YouTube stuff usually. I usually plan to do things on my fasting days when it comes to content or making videos. That way I'm just kind of working, even after I get off of work, I'm working on YouTube stuff to stay busy. Hey, Emray. I'm looking at the comments on my laptop over here because oh, there you are. Hey, honey. Listen, I'm trying something new today, so I don't know what I'm doing just yet. I wanted to go live vertically so that I could be in the short stream as well and try to hopefully connect with more people. So I didn't know I could see the comments here, but I got my laptop over there to look. I hope you are having Are you fasting today? Are you fasting today, Emray? So I wanted to discuss how I get through fast days. And I was just talking about how I just try to stay busy. So I do a lot of my content on my fasting days, which is Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And I've kind of got a schedule because I'm a planner and very organized type of person. So I started my fasting journey. I plan to do a 36-hour water fast Saturday evening to Tuesday evening. Floral Court. Hi, Floral Court. Thank you. Hey, I wish you all the best on that. I'm excited to see chime back in with us and let us know how your fast turns out. Have you ever done a dry fast, Floral Court? Imra, you started your at 5 o'clock. You started your fast. Okay. So I haven't had anything since last night. At 8 o'clock, I believe. And that actually would have been earlier than that, but I ended up snacking on some chips and dip. Man. So I am my weigh-in day is tomorrow, and I'm afraid that I might I think I'm gonna be up this week, but I lost 13 pounds. For anybody who's just now seeing me for the first time, because this is going to be in the shorts, I believe. So there may be some people coming across my channel for the first time. Last week I did I'm sorry, I'm trying to read the comments too. I lost 13 pounds in a week, and I was on my cycle, and it was something else. And I still lost that. But I think this week, because I know some of that was probably water weight, but not all of it. Not all of it could have been water weight, in my opinion. I'm looking to find a work from home as well on 13 pounds. Floral court, you can do it. I'm telling you. This was, when it comes to working from home, I was at the same job. I'm sorry, I talk with my hands, so y'all gonna see all of this. I was at the same job. I got a touch of ADHD, y'all. I'm sorry. I don't think I've shared it before, but it'd be like squirrel. So please forgive me. And I'm trying to read the comments and participate. Thank you, M. Ray, I was so excited about my 13 pounds and shocked. You should have seen my face when I got on that scale. I've got that book, Floral Court, and I have not read it yet. I know a lot of the concepts in it is talking about working your fast along with your cycle. So I really need to read that, because I'm also perimenopausal. That's another beast. I'll be having night sweats and everything. So what I wanted to say to Floral Court, first of all, have you ever worked from home? Because I had not. But if that is your dream, go for it, honey. I had been at the same job for 13 years. No, it would have been 15 years had I stayed a couple of more months. I quit in January of this year, and had I stayed till March, I would have been there for 15 years. And I was just like ready. You know, they say that when it's time for a change for you, like God will make you so uncomfortable. And I was so uncomfortable at that job. And I thought the right thing to do was make a decision to go from union, because I was a production worker. Like, I did production and ran a machine at my job, to take a company job, and ended up like in a quality position that I absolutely hated. For my last 2 years there, that's the position I was in. I regretted it, and I was like, you know what? I'm going to go for what I want. And what I wanted was to work from home. I told my husband, I said, you know, I cannot be a stay-at-home wife, because our finances do not afford that. So the closest thing to that is to to work from home, right? So I was like, that's my dream. That's my dream job, is to work from home. I would be so envious of people. I know you're not supposed to be, but like, I wanted that for myself. And we tell ourselves things that are not true. So I had to reassess my life. And because I told myself, I cannot leave this job. I have to stay at this job. And there were really good reasons why that was true at the time. So for those of you that might not know, that come across this video, my husband had a heart transplant in January of 2024. So in January of this year, he will have his new heart anniversary, his birthday, in January 23rd of 2024 is when he had his heart transplant. And I was like, I have to stay at this job, because I was carrying the insurance and he needed it for his heart transplant. However, look at everything, assess everything, lay it all out on the table, the pros and the cons, and what was not true, or what I didn't consider, is the fact that he's a veteran. And so he was able to, after doing some, investigating and asking questions, he was able to, the VA picked up his heart transplant. So he came off of my insurance, and then that's how I was able to go ahead and move at that time. And timing is everything, because had I waited till after his heart transplant, I would not have had the same job opportunity that I had now. And you said I have not. I have worked gigs for the past 6 years. I'm looking for a place and a job in order to relocate. Currently practicing my typing in order to start applying to an entry-level job. So let me tell you, because I too took an entry-level position. I was new to working from home. So let me tell you, give you a tip about, and maybe you knew this, maybe you already know this, when it comes to your resume, because I did not know this, because I was at the same job for almost 15 years. So I had started, too many of us do not know the benefits of being a veteran. Yes, Emray, and they don't want us to know. Because really they should be like, really, if things were the way they should be for people who have served our country, they should have people that walk them through the process. But you have to figure it out for yourself. There were so many things, and then once you do figure it out and you try to apply for benefits, they will, I mean, every step of the way, they will, it's a roadblock, denial after denial after denial for benefits that you should be eligible for. But I'm gonna get off my soapbox, because that's a whole nother story. When it comes to that. Floral court, yes, practice your typing. You're doing great, because you're being proactive and sharpening your skills. My advice about the resume, and yeah, if I get off track and forget a sentence, please remind me of my something I was going to say to you. With the resume, make sure that your resume lines up with the job description, right? Because I had the nerve to, when I first started looking for a work from home job, I had the nerve to use the same resume that I used 15 years ago to apply for my job. And wonder why I was getting denials left and right. But once I started like looking at YouTube University, is such a thing. Like, I love YouTube, because you can find anything on YouTube. So, and then also, if you're on Facebook, Floral Court, then there are work from home groups that will, now be careful with some of them, because some of them are scammy. But you could still get some good information. I wouldn't necessarily like don't take no job offer from no YouTube, from no Facebook group, because usually it's a scam, and they're trying to get you to, like, they'll say, we'll send you a check for your equipment, or you pay for it and we'll reimburse you, and they will send a live check to you that will like bounce or something like that. So they try to get people. Which, by the way, somebody from, speaking of scammers, somebody from AT&T supposedly called me when I was putting my little makeup on. Y'all look at my eye. I don't know how to apply it. I put one strip. That's all I can do. Even YouTube couldn't teach me how to do my eyeshadow right, because I tried. Anyway, so somebody from AT&T called me talking about they can offer me a discount and get me so much off of my bill, right? And so he started asking me, "What is this your name?" And then I said yes. And then I remember, you're not supposed to say yes, because they will record you saying that and then use that yes to scam you later on, or hack you, or steal some stuff from you. So I knew it was kind of weird, because then he was like laughing in the background, like as he was trying to say stuff to me, he was laughing at the same time. And so he was like, "Let me just pull your account, and then we can review everything." And I was like, "Listen, I'm trying to get ready right now, so I'll just give you a call back." And don't y'all know he hung up on me? Not by nothing. He just hung up on me. And I was like, Nah, I don't think you was AT&T for real, because that's bad customer service and it's rude. Just because you didn't get what you wanted, you gonna hang up. Anyway, Floor Court, I wish you all the best with looking for a work from home job. And if you have to start, because actually this is where I'm at now is a really great company. But before that, so I've had 2 work from home jobs this year. And I know we're getting off track, y'all, but really we're gonna rein it back in. But I just want to give the little bit of knowledge that I have regarding working from home. So I started with a company, and I'll say the name since I'm not there anymore, called Teleperformance. And they were not, they didn't have a great reputation. Like, I saw in groups and stuff, like, they just did not have a great reputation. And I had quit before my husband had his heart transplant. Well, a week into me training, that he got a heart, right? So I asked him if I could like move my and I know it looks bad on somebody just starting a new job. They don't know, my work ethic or anything like that. But I asked them if there was any way that I could possibly get my training date moved. And they were going to give me a week to restart, but I knew that would not be enough time. Like, I had to take him back and forth to his appointments for the next 6 weeks. So I just went ahead and stepped away from that job. Had already quit my other job and wasn't going back to it no matter what. But God provided. I knew that our finances were in a position to where I didn't have to work for X amount of months, right? And as soon as he was released to drive himself back and forth to his appointments, I went looking for a job. A month later, I got a job offer from, like one of the best companies. And I took it, and I've been there almost 6 months. And I love working from home. So go after your dreams. Do not let any lies you tell yourself, because I was like, I can't leave. And, and I'm like, is that true? Is that true? Let me assess some things. And as soon as I assessed it and saw that that wasn't true, hey, I was out of there. So, and no more regrets. So anyway, to get through my fasting days, I have little things hobbies, I guess. So I journal, I read, I color, I'm on YouTube, I'm working on content, like staying busy basically. So whatever that looks like for you. I'm a homebody, so I don't really be out and about. I don't even really like sitting outside. I don't know. It's just not my thing. My husband will sit out on the porch, but I just rather be sitting on the couch. So but whatever you have to do to get through the fasting day, do it. And if you feel the cravings coming too, so strong that you feel like you might cave, night. I go to bed. Staying busy is key. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. And I didn't really struggle through the fast. You know what I struggle with is the feasting days. And I found myself like, so you're for me, I can only speak for myself, at your lightest weight when you're like the day after a fast, right? So Friday, I'm fasting today, and then tomorrow I will be lighter, but then I'll feast and then I'll be heavier. So we know how our weight fluctuates, but already going to bed is the second key. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. And I don't care about being no early to bed person. When I was going through my depression phase, I was in the bed at 7:30. And I'm not depressed. I'm working on my mental health, let's say that. Anymore. I'm addressing it. I'm not suppressing it. And that's something else. Like, I cannot stress this enough. Please address your mental health. Hey, Angela. That's my boo. Hey, girl. Hey, friend. Ray and Angela. Okay, so let me tell y'all. I saw a couple of really quick, and I'm sorry. I told you I got a touch of ADHD, Angela, and I don't think I've told you that yet. Alarm. but I be all over the place sometimes, and I try to stay focused. But I saw a couple of videos, and I thought about doing this video, but I just don't feel like it would get much traction. Um, the things that have y'all ever seen those videos where it says, or the titles of those videos, that YouTube has changed my life with less than X amount of subscribers, right? Um, and I've seen it, but I've never done one. But I've been kind of thinking about it, and I'm like, okay, how has YouTube changed my life? Because I really do believe that it has. Um, and I know for one, I have. Oh yeah, fasting is the hardest part for me as well. Feasting. I'm sorry, I can't even read, y'all. Floral Court says, oh yeah, feasting is the hardest part for me as well. My cheat go-to meal is sardines in olive oil with a salad bag. That's a cheat meal? That sounds healthy to me. I don't like seafood, so I wouldn't like sardines, but salad in a bag, that if that's your cheat meal, Floral Court, what's your healthy meal? Because I got some real cheat meals. Did I read that right? My cheat slash go-to meal is sardines in olive oil with the salad bag. That's what you said? Is that a cheat meal? Because that sounds healthy. No, my cheat meals be like McDonald's, like I said, popcorn, or what else? Chips and dip. For a while there, and look, I'm talking about food, and that's the thing. Like, I haven't thought about food all day, and I guess because I'm talking to y'all, I'm not like having no cravings or anything right now. Oh, that's the cheap part to it. There you go. Now I see. That's a good refeed meal. You will have almost minimal regain. Yeah, because even the hot Cheetos is like, I'm sure you're not, for everything else that you're adding to it, I'm sure you're not eating like a whole bag of hot Cheetos. Like, we got to have some kind of things that we enjoy, right? But I don't know how to, like, um what am I trying to say? Like, once I get on something, I'm on it like every day. So my thing was, and I hope I ain't triggering nobody this fasting today, because I'm fasting as well, but we just talking feasting at the moment. My trigger was peanut clusters, and it's not even something that I ever even ate before I was fasting. But I don't know, and I don't even know how I got started on those. Maybe my husband had them one day, and I was like, "Oh, I like these." Y'all, I was going to dollar store every day and getting a bag, and then I started buying. They were running low, so I started buying whatever was on the shelf. Sometimes it'd be 5, and sometimes I would eat 2 bags in one day, and they're like 1,200 calories a bag. That's no wonder I wasn't losing no weight. So I'm like, you know what? Triggers are, you have to know yourself. I meant it was cheating because I do not have to plan it, and I add almost anything I'm craving. Got you. Got you. I understand. Understand. Um, so there's so many. Okay, so let me try to let's talk fasting. Um, so we talked about how it's important to stay busy on a fasting day to help you get through it. If you're craving, go to bed. This is literally my bedroom that I'm in right now, and I told y'all before, it's because I don't want, I got a couple of other places that I film from. One of them is my office, which is upstairs. And at first I try to have some little snacks up there. So like I don't have to come downstairs to get no snacks or nothing. But that lasted one day. And I was like, get these snacks out of here, Demetra. Get these snacks out of here. Because you're going to eat them just because they're here. Not because you want them or need them or are hungry. They're just right at your fingertips. So I don't have no food in my office anymore. I got me a little mini fridge up there though. So I got water. I have Gatorade Zero. I like those Celsius energy drinks. because sometimes coffee just don't cut it for me. Like, they don't even give me energy anymore. I think it's just that caffeine boost does nothing for me. I think it's just the taste now and habit, which I hope to even eventually break. I'm attempting to use Dr. Mindy's tips as best as I can understand them. Yes. And I wanted to try, and I did a whole, because I'm a planner, I did a whole thing with trying to merge my cycle. Like her book said, try to merge my cycle with my fast, but it's so irregular because I'm perimenopausal. So, like, I didn't have one for months, and then it came, went off, came back 2 weeks later, stayed on a week and a half where it normally is 4 days. So it's all over the place. So it's hard for me to merge. Like, it's hard for me to follow that part of her recommendations with my cycle because and she does give guidance for people who have cycles like mine. It was just too overwhelming for me. So I haven't done it again. M. Ray says, get the sugar-free ones. When that sugar alcohol send you to the toilet, you will rethink that decision. What you saying? We talked about that the other day too, didn't we? Oh, see, this is what I'm talking about. How I be getting off track. So I was saying about how YouTube changed my life. There are people in this chat right now that I have connected with outside of my channel, Angela and M. Ray being two of them, that I adore. So, like, had it not been for YouTube and my channel, I would have never likely ever crossed paths with these two women. Sorry. So, I would have never crossed paths, right? So, yes, YouTube absolutely has changed my life. It has brought me out of my shell. It has taught me things about myself that I didn't even realize. I don't have a cycle. I'm 33. I have a birth control implant. Okay. I'm following her muscle gain protein strategies because I want to work out. Okay. I need to read that book. Y'all, I have a whole bookshelf over there full of books that I don't take the time to read. So I don't even think I'm familiar with that part of her book, Floral Court. I was just familiar with the part about um like your fasting schedule and the progesterone and estrogen and all those things. Um that um I don't know everything in the book. So I'm gonna have to do some research on that because I'm not familiar with that part. Yeah, I would like to know what chapter that is too. Angela's so sweet. I was just thrilled to see someone that was actually from my state. So, yes, I know exactly what you mean because before I started creating content on a regular basis anyway, I ran across a YouTuber, and I don't know if she still makes content or not, but she was called, her name was Much Love from Kentucky. And I was like, oh my gosh, there's somebody from Kentucky. So I like started watching her and she would kind of give like not reviews but reaction. She did reaction videos or talked about like politics, which I do not talk about or I'm not really educated with, but I liked her personality and everything. I used to love her. Emray, so are you talking about Much Love from Kentucky or are you talking about Mindy? Yeah, I got 7 people in my live stream right now. I think I'm doing something. Sure do. Sure do. Um, what happened to her? Much Love from Kentucky. I'm not sure. I feel like she stopped creating content, but I'm not sure why. And I haven't looked at her, watch her for a long time. And you know what? I think she might have moved to like Twitch or some other kind of platform, and maybe she does it there. I think she has this topic on her YouTube channel. It is directed towards athletes. Oh, okay. Floral Court, you talking about Mindy. Okay, I'm gonna have to look that up. I even used to purchase her Scentsy. Yes, Emray, I remember her selling her Scentsy. I think she's on a different platform. And now that I'm talking about it, now I'm gonna have to go look her up later on after the live. Yes, I loved her personality. She was just so real. You know what I mean? And she gonna tell you like it is. So yes, I liked her. So yeah, I had some talking points, but I had some talking points because I really thought that nobody was going to come in the live and I was just going to be talking to myself. I didn't know I was going to have some cool people in here to talk to. Cool. So we have talked fasting and feasting though. We have talked alternate day fasting. So for people, her Walmart episodes are epic. I don't know if I've seen those. Like, is she doing a Walmart haul? Have I seen those? Now I'm gonna have to go back and revisit her videos just because my memory's not that great. Self-awareness is important. I used to watch this YouTuber and she would say at the beginning of her video, she would start and say, self-awareness is a superpower. And I was like, oh, that's cute. I like that. Like, I like that saying. I don't know what it means. At the time I didn't. But I liked it, right? And her experience in a Walmart store. So, but once I went on my spiritual journey about 4 years ago, I believe, and started looking into self-awareness and like just all the things that come along with knowing yourself, because you think because you argue that you know you. There are so many people that lack self-awareness. So many people that lack self-awareness. Like, you really have to take a look inside yourself, right? And once I started doing that, I realized all these years I've been thinking I'm an extrovert and I'm a social person and I'm a social butterfly. And you know what I discovered, y'all? I'm really an introvert. And once I started going inside of myself and being real with myself, I'm like, that was really people pleasing. That's what that was. Trying to be accepted. I think I've heard it referred to as performing to be picked. So you're all social and stuff like that because you really want to be liked. But once I went on this spiritual journey and I had to set boundaries with people and I isolated myself for that period so that I could learn myself, I discovered I'm really not extrovert. I'm really an introvert, and all of those extrovert habits were really just because I wanted to be liked. And then once I decided that I was going to make decisions based on what Demetra wanted and not what other people wanted me to do. And as soon as I started doing that, people was turning their backs left and right on me because they couldn't gain anything out of me anymore. I was like, oh, I really don't like people that much. And I know that ain't even a cool thing to say, but I don't like people who come with all these extra conditions, right? And we should have expectations of people. But what am I trying to say here? I like really easy relationships. Once you come with complications and there's a whole lot of drama, or you're nitpicking, or you have an issue if I don't do things the way you see fit, oh, it's time for me to exit stage left. Because I have to be true to me first. And if I'm not true to me, I'm not going to be no good for you. And if I'm not true to me, you're not going to get the authentic Demetra, right? You're going to get a version of me that you created or that you accept, that's acceptable to you, because that's what I was doing, performing to be picked, trying to be liked, so I would be who you wanted me to be. And we was cool as long as I was doing that. But as soon as I was like, you know what, I need to take some time for me, they were like, oh, you're not supportive. Oh, you're not a good friend. Oh, you don't want to listen to me and my toxicity. No, I don't. I'm choosing me. I'm sorry. But you know what? God made space for people that are like minded, are like hearted. Because that's the thing. Let's see. People can be, I'm sorry, y'all, because I'm got on my soapbox. Right. I'm an introvert as well. I can kind of tell by your shyness, but you're a beautiful individual. And ain't nothing wrong with us introverts, girl. We some of the best people to be around. I can totally relate. I think I became like that the older I got. True, true, true. Me too. You just get to a point where you decide you don't want to fool with a lot of nonsense. It's just not worth the time and energy. Exactly. People can be very draining. Who has time for that mess? No thanks. Exactly. And made space for, you can see that you're an introvert, Emray. Yeah, I could tell that there's a little bit of shyness in you. Yeah. But you were open, during our conversation. But I could see that you're probably, and I mean you share some things with me too. So but I think I would have been able to pick up on that. Hey Aline, thank you. Thank you. Yes, Emray. I can kind of see it in your personality that you're probably shy. Yeah. Um, but once I started like becoming, thank you for being here, Eileen. I'm glad that you made it at all. Thank you so much. I'm glad you made it while I was still alive. And I hope the people that come across this don't mind that some of this is me rambling and not strictly all alternate day fasting, because some of my, listen, I got a small channel, but I'm gonna tell you what, I got some people in here that are day ones, whether it's a few months day ones or a few years uh day ones like you, Angela. Hey, y'all my people. Y'all my people. Y'all are my people. You hear me? Because you keep coming back and I appreciate you. So Eileen, you are late to the party, but I'm telling you what, we try to talk about fasting, but we talking about some other good stuff because I feel like it all goes together, right? Like our mental health, our emotional health, our, like, you have to know yourself. So once I went inside and I became more self-aware and I started setting boundaries with people, and so then I was able to learn more and more about myself and what my triggers are. So I knew, for example, that my triggers is sitting in the living room at 7 o'clock after I've had dinner. I can't stay in there no more because my open floor plan, my kitchen is, snack cabinets right there, the refrigerator's right there, uh everything is right there. I cannot be within eyeshot of it. Now, that's only 30 seconds from my bedroom, but out of sight, out of mind. And I stay busy to do other things as well. So, and like we said earlier, if all else fails, go to bed, go to bed, go to sleep. That's what I'm gonna do. Um, so addressing my mental health while on my weight loss journey with alternate day fasting is my primary focus. I'm on the GLP-1 right now to try to quiet the food noise and the appetite. But you know what? The food noise is much louder than the appetite, the feeling of hunger, because it starts here. And even if I'm not hungry, I'm going to eat. Can you start another fasting group, perhaps on Zero or another platform? So I don't, can you create one on Zero? Because I'm on Zero, but I was looking, let me look into that. Yes. So I would love to have, because I had even considered Facebook, but not everybody's on Facebook, and not everybody wants to get on Facebook. Versus like the Zero app, that's what it's for, fasting. So more people are liable to get on there. So I will definitely look into that and see if Zero will allow that, or if there's another fasting app that will allow you to create a group and connect with people. Because I would love to do that. I enjoy that. And I was caught off guard. I guess I didn't see any of the memos coming that they were getting ready to get rid of that. Um, why am I having Short-term memory loss. What would Emray, what was the name? What was the name of the app that went away? Oh my gosh, I had a group on there and can't even remember the name of it. Yeah, I'm telling you. I'm telling you about my memory. So that's another reason I like to journal, and I'm grateful that I make content because life. Thank you, honey. Short-term and long-term memory loss. And we was talking about my memory in therapy. Because and I got a therapy session this coming week, so I'm looking forward to that. But we was talking about it, and no, not that we were talking. We were, but what I was gonna say is I came across a TikTok video, and I wish I could find it, or wish I had saved it. But anyway, basically, what she was saying is that people who have had a lot of trauma typically also have a lot of memory loss, and there's a connection, correlation between that. And I'm telling you, I don't know if it's how she said it, because it was like she was real soft tone and gentle, and like a little soft music playing in the background. So she created, the environment for her video, but it triggered something inside of me. Like I got really emotional and was crying when I watched that video. And it was like I don't know, 1 minute video or something like that, I think, on TikTok. But because of the amount of trauma that I've had, like it explained it, because I never could understand why my memory was so bad. I have friends that be like, Demetri, you remember when we did this in high school? Like almost kind of major things that I should remember, and I can't remember it. And after a while, at first it was kind of funny, like, haha, I can't remember anything. But then it became like depressing, kind of like I want my memories, because sometimes that's all we have, right? And so it explained it. Why I was having issues with my memory is probably more than likely correlated to my trauma. Um, so I know maybe some of you know, and I mentioned this in other videos. I'm not sure if I'm getting anybody that's new, and never come across my videos before, but my son passed away. It'd be 10 years this month. His anniversary is November 23rd. And that was BBW 420. I'm new. Hello, Latina J Vlogs. Oh, I like your name. Thank you for stopping in. So I was just sharing with everyone that my baby passed 4/20/13. I'm so sorry for your loss, honey. I'm so sorry for your loss. Anybody that has lost a child, I've lost two. Sending prayers and love. Sending them back. Sending them back. How old was your baby, if you don't mind sharing? I've lost a baby, but she was stillborn. And that was in 2005. 9. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. And that makes me think about something else I was going to mention. How scientifically, or science has hit by a distracted driver. Very, very sorry. Thank you, guys. Yes, send Latina J Vlogs all the love and prayers. I'm so sorry for your loss. They talked about how there's no name for Emray. We talked about this not too long. Well, when we spoke last week, we talked about how there's no name for a person who's lost a child, and you may have seen it before on maybe a meme or something, where like somebody who has lost a spouse is a widow or widower. But there's no title for somebody who has lost a child. That's how tragic it is, and that it goes against the circle of life. It's not supposed to happen that way. Um, so my heart and my love go out to you. I know the holidays are the hardest, and the anniversaries and things like that, because uh especially if it, well, I don't think it matters. I was gonna say especially if it happened around the holidays, but I don't think it matters when it happens. The holidays are hard because you are used to having that person present, or you're very aware that they're not present anymore, and what would have, could have, should have been for us. Um, my son passed away a few days before Thanksgiving, the year that he passed. And there's been 1 year, I think, maybe, since he's passed, that his anniversary landed on Thanksgiving. Um, I need a minute, y'all. Love you, Emray. Love you, Emray. Um, so the holidays are coming up. Jalen is my son's name. And if anybody wants to share, uh, Latina J vlogs, I don't want to overstep or trigger anything, but if you want to, feel free to share your baby's name in the chat. My son's name was Jalen. He was 20 years old when he passed away. Um, and as I mentioned before, he has been gone. It'd be 10 years. It'll be 10 years, and don't seem like it's been that long since I have Nicholas. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for sharing. You are appreciated. Sending you love and sending your Nicholas love. My son was 20, Jalen. I had him when I was 16 years old, y'all. I had him when I was 16 years old. Thank you. Thank you, Latina J. Can I call you Latina J? I like how it sounds. Thank you, honey. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. Um, I have much love to you. I had 3 children. Um, I gave birth to 3 children. I raised Jalen, and I'm raising Javon. That's my youngest. He's my baby. And then my daughter um, would have been my middle child. She was stillborn, so I did not get to raise her. I was 20 weeks pregnant, and I went into preterm labor with her, and went into the hospital bleeding, and came home empty-handed. So I know all too well how it feels to lose your child, and it's painful and something I don't wish on anybody. So my heart goes out to any and everybody who's been through that. Thank you, Aline. So who in here, just curious, show of hands, um, does some form of fasting, whether it's alternate day fasting or intermittent fasting, um, or something of the like or the sort. So I started out as an intermittent faster, and then when I converted into alternate day fasting, I what was I going to say? Oh, I did intermittent fasting for um on and off for some years. Very little success, but I guess it probably helped me maintain my weight. And then I stopped caring about myself, stopped taking care of myself. I mean, if I'm being transparent here, when I had my mental breakdown in 2021-ish, like I just quit taking care of myself. Hygiene, uh, just I quit going to my therapist. I just, I just I just didn't care about life anymore. And I did that for about a year or so. And then I realized that I could not, I got a kid counting on me. And God knows what you need when you need it, because my son, he has ADHD, he's high functioning autistic, and most people can't tell because he is such high functioning. But you know what? I had to be present. I had to pull myself out of it and remind myself who needed me. And sorry, I got all these alarms set on my phone. Oh Matt, this week it changes every week. Hey Elaine, you doing something. You're doing more than some people are, and more than I was earlier in the year. But I got this one picture, y'all, that I saw of myself, and I was like, oh my gosh. So I'm 5'8", which some of y'all in the chat I know are shorter than me because we done talked about it. But I thought I was a shorty. Some of y'all is real true shorties. There's one of them. I call myself an accidental faster. So I'm 5'8", and I thought that I was short, but some of y'all shorter than me, but I'm short for my family. So I'm the shortest one in my family, basically. My son, he's 13. He's about as almost tall as me now. But I look like a little short, fat troll in this one of the last pictures. I looked at myself and I was like, oh my gosh, I I I, I gotta do something about this. Like I knew the scale was going up, but I guess because it was a slow progression, I couldn't see it. But I saw it in that picture. And I was like, girl, you got to do something about this because it's getting harder to come off because you're older, getting older. Yes, ma'am, 4'11". A cutie. A 4'11" cutie. Yes, claim that height. Claim it, claim it, claim it. So anyway, guys, was there any other? Listen, I got all kind of. I better save these little talking points for a day when I don't got some people in the chat to talk to. So I guess almost everybody that's commenting anyways does some form of fasting. Yes, photos will yeah, they do. Yes, they do. This one little thing don't want to stay still. Yeah. And I'm a picture taker, but now I know. And then I look back and I'm like, I don't have any pictures over the last couple of years. Yeah, because I knew what it was gonna look like. And once I got caught in a picture, I was like, oh, yeah. How come I'm liking my gray hair now though? We talked about it, or I talked about it in another video about my gray hair, but it's growing on me. The more it grows out, and it don't look like, oh, she needs to color her roots. I'm kind of starting to dig it. So what I think I'll do, I like the two-tone. I don't know if I want it all to go gray. So I would probably, once this grows out, and some of it, like the whole thing is almost gray down to the bottom like that one. I think I do want still some black tips. So anyway, we'll see. So I'm not sure who else in here. If you're not already subscribed to my channel, check me out. Journey to Self. I do alternate day fasting content with a sprinkle of GLP-1 because I am currently using that to try to quiet the food noise. I need some help, y'all. I need some help. And right now I'm just willing to do whatever I have to do to be successful on this weight loss journey thing. And like I said, I ain't waiting till January because I know that for umpteen years, I would tell myself, okay, January is going to be a new thing. I'm going to start in January and hit the ground running in January and then fall back off. So I'm like, no, if I can do it right before and during the holidays, hey, I'm going to be good in January. So I'm creating the habits now in order to be successful for 2025. 2025, I'm coming for everything the devil tried to steal from me. 2024 has been great, but 2025 is going to be even better. I'm speaking growth over my channel. Yeah, I'm getting ready to start training Sunday. I'm getting ready to do tax prep. So a friend of mine is a CPA, and she is taking me under her wing. I am she's going to be teaching a class so that I can learn how to fail taxes and stuff, which I've always done it like for free for family. But she's going to like sharpen these skills, and eventually I'll be able to be my own business, you know. So I'm just, look, 2025, I'm coming for multiple streams of income, um and just putting everything in place so that I can have some joy in life, um instead of sitting back watching everybody live their life. I like gray hair. Let it grow out, then reevaluate. Yeah. Once you start dyeing your hair, it may turn brassy. Oh yeah, I didn't think about that. That's a great side hustle. Yeah. And I was actually supposed to do it, was it 2 years ago or last year? Last year. I was supposed to do it last year. Um, but you got to be careful with who you do business with, because I was had signed up for this class and couldn't find out it's kind of shady. And I found out like during the second class that I'm not connecting with these people. This seemed like some illegal activity. So guess what I did? Y'all ever seen what's his name? Is it Homer Simpson or is it Bart fading into the back into the trees? That's how I did them tax folks. I disappear. I fade to black. No, I'm not. No, I'm not. I ain't going to jail. I done been to jail, y'all. Believe it or not, I done been in jail 2 times for fighting. That was back in the day, though, y'all. That was back in the day. I'm a new woman. Because guess what? I don't want to go back to jail. I don't want to go back to jail for fighting. Yes. This was, let me see. I've been with my husband for 17 years. So what was it? It was probably about 15 years ago. It was probably about 15 years ago that that happened. No, one of them was. And one of them was when I was with my first husband. I went to jail. Domestic with him. Yeah, how come I called the police and I went to jail? See, y'all learned some things about me you didn't know. Oh, I can't believe you bet someone. Girl. And did. And did. One of them was him, my first husband. And then another one was this other girl. Wrong place, wrong time. It wasn't even about her. Did he get you out? Did he get me out? My first husband. Now let's be clear now. I'm not talking about my current husband. We talking about my first husband. And no, he didn't. Guess who did? My mama. You can't go back to jail. We need you here with us. Girl, I ain't going nowhere. I'm going nowhere. Listen, I'm taking the high road. I'm gonna be the bigger person. No, I'm not. I'm not. Have I been to jail twice or 3 times? Wait a minute. Okay, so I've been to jail 2 times. It would have been 3 because it was 3 fights. A girl I went to high school with, my first husband, and then another girl. It was wrong place, wrong time, and she did not deserve that, and I apologize to her for that, because it was not about her. But anyway, I ain't going back to jail. No, that's why I'm an introvert. I stay to myself. That was back in the day, when I was young, and but I was a fighter in my day, y'all. I got a lot of fights in high school too. I'm lucky that I ain't been in jail more than 3 times or 2 times. More than those 2 times. I'm really lucky. Y'all have made my night coming up in here, spending y'all's time with me. You don't even know. And it's a Friday. It's a Friday. Shout out to every last one of you. You are appreciated. You are appreciated. And I done held y'all for an hour. Over an hour. Lord have mercy. Yeah, I ain't going back to jail. But my first husband he's passed away as well. So like that whole part of my life is gone, right? I had 2 children with him. We were together for 15 years before he passed. We were in the middle of separating when he passed away. And unfortunately he passed at his own hands. Thank you, Emre. Thank you. That was before my son passed. So like I'm 47 and that happened. He's been gone like 17 years. So like that whole part of my life is gone. So that's like a lot to process and digest sometimes, you know? But YouTube is an outlet for me. So that's why I love being on here, and I have connected with some amazing people that I would not have otherwise met. So I'm not going anywhere. You know, no matter how my channel grows or not. I love it. I love it here. I love it here. Girl, so much sorrow in your life. Angela, as we continue to connect, you're going to learn more and more about me, girl. It's a lot. It's a lot. I live in a small town, so a lot of people are kind of known for my I want to say my loss, my trauma, tragedies. Yes, known for my tragedies. For Jalen's birthday, his birthday's in May, and I did a live. Some of you guys were in my live then. I appreciate you for coming in then. Sharing Jalen's story in May. His birthday is May 4th. And so I shared his story on how he passed, and he passed in a car accident. Yeah, it'd be 10 years. And he was 20 years young when he passed away. So I want to do something for his 10-year anniversary, some way to honor him on my channel. So I don't know if I'm gonna do another live or what I might do, but anyway, I'm thinking about some things there as well. But I don't want to keep you guys too long. I'm really overwhelmed and shocked that so many people have came in to my live because I was not expecting this. Dimitri, my husband's waiting for me. It's movie night here. Thank you for being you and sharing with us all. Have a good weekend, everyone. Beautiful. Thank you so much for being here. You enjoy your movie with your husband. And thank you for taking time out of your day for me. I love you. Good night. Mwah. Enjoy that movie, girl, and that husband. Remember our fallen veterans on Monday. Yes, thank you for that reminder. Thank you. Guys, I'm not going to keep you any longer than I already have because I usually try to limit it to an hour because this is y'all's time, right? And we're already over an hour. Hearts back to you. We're already over an hour, guys. So I'm going to thank you for your Friday night time. I'm overwhelmed and shocked. And I was nervous about getting on here, but you made me, you all coming in right away. I was able to breathe and just, you all took over and made it so much easier for me. So I appreciate everybody for being here with me tonight. And let me know if you're interested in another live. I'm not sure if I want to make it a every Friday thing, whether people come in or not. Because it helps me get through my fast, right? Like it's already, what time is it here? It's 8:14. So yeah, let me know if you are interested in another live, and I'll put up another poll to see what day works better for you all. Friday one this week. I think it's cute to say fasting Friday, but it's also people's weekend, so I don't know if it's gonna work for y'all or not. But let me know on the next poll that I put up, and I'm gonna let you guys enjoy your Friday, enjoy your weekend, enjoy your family, and thank you for spending time with me this evening. I love you all. If you're not already subscribed to my channel, check out my channel, and if you see some things that you like, then stick around. I do alternate day fasting, healing, and self-development content. Is really at my heart. I have not made a lot of it here lately because they just don't seem to perform well, but there's a huge connection between our mental emotional health and our diet and the way we eat, and our eating habits. So anyway, thank you guys for being here. I'm gonna let you go. Enjoy your family, and thank you for being here with me. I love you all, and I'm gonna let you go. Bye, friend. Wait a minute, I see another one. I'll catch you over the weekend. Love you, girl. Love you back. Love you back. Look, I was getting ready. I was like, wait a minute, my girl said something. Okay, y'all. I'm gonna let y'all go for real this time. All right. Bye. Love you guys. Bye, friend.